welcome to It Takes Two. Tuesdays don't get better than this. Coming up, Strictly's Jason Gilkison will be showing us how to do the perfect quick step. Whoa. Plus, we'll be exclusively revealing this weekend's music in Tunes on Tuesday. Yay. But first, let's meet tonight's guests. I Spy with my little eye. Davood and Nadiya! Oh, so good. Plus, slam your body down and wind it all around. Debbie and Giovanni! But first, he's a former world champion with 12 titles under his belt and was a professional dancer on Strictly for 7 years. Taking over this week's Choreography Corner, it's the one and only Vincent Simone. What a treat!
I know.
It's so lovely to see you. We have missed you around these parts.
Don't have to say.
What have you been doing with your time?
Well, unfortunately, not too good so far because I've had my back while I was on tour. So not long now till I go back.
Okay.
So since I left Strictly, I've been touring.
You have been touring
a lot.
Your back gets better.
Facing all my women's.
Oh, so many women's
too
people.
many women's.
Another epic show in Blackpool. How much are they impressing you this year's?
First thing, massive standing ovulation. What a beautiful show. I mean, obviously I performed in Blackpool so many times, but watching on TV, and look, it's so grand, so beautiful, spectacular. So well done to everybody.
Well done, everybody involved. Let's start off talking about our dancers then. We're going to start with the highest scoring dance of the night. Alexandra and Gorka's quick step. Great comments from the judges. Was it worth its weight in gold, Vincent?
Definitely. I mean, the one thing I love the most about Alexandra, she's got that charisma that it's very hard, you know, you can't bite anywhere. The dance was beautiful. There's lots of content. The only thing, criticism, if I have to say something, is when they do a prominent position, which is the hardest. Don't know if we have a clip. But when we have like that, you can see it's quite hard to keep in contact with your partner and show 3 hips. As soon as you overturn, you're going to end up showing 4 hips, and the shoulder can come out a little bit, and the other side as well. So apart from that, beautiful.
3 hips on show,
only
and the
3
shoulder
hips.
will stay back. That's
and
a
I call them
tip.
eeps.
Eeps.
3 eeps.
Now, Gemma and Aliash, they got their highest score of the series. Well done to Gemma for their American Smooth. What stood out for you here?
Well, I've seen a few performances from them, and she's beautiful, beautiful girl to watch, but I think she's the most improved so far. That dance was really beautiful. The lifts going in and out, perfect. My only criticism is in Foxtrot, it's so hard when you move backwards for the ladies. You should have a natural release of the toe. If we watch a clip, she was lifting the toes and the feet off the floor. So a bit too much, but then here, she doesn't. So obviously, Aliash has been telling her it's just obviously, you know, the performance mode, people watching, the mama watching, the nonna watching. It's too many people watching.
Oh, you're getting a shout out from Vincent Simone. No. OK, now we have Susan and Kevin's Paso Doble. Craig said it needed sort of more of everything. What did you think?
Well, the Paso Doble, it's all about... Don't know if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
That's what I want to see when I see that. There's 3 different ways to dance the Paso Doble. Do you mind if I show you?
OK, are we having demo time? Okie dokie. Here we go. Come on. Right.
So that was it.
That was it?
No, actually, there's 3 ways of dancing the Paso Doble. That's how you make up a choreography. You've got what we call the challenge, which is the man and the woman going against each other. It's like, you know, the matador against the bull. Then the lady can become what we call the cape action. The cape action is the man obviously pretending the lady becomes the cape. So I'll do that.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's coming off.
So it's very important that, you know, like Kevin was doing all this action without going around one way or the other. But I would have loved to see her
Susan,
to use the skirt a bit more. Like when she goes around, it's very important that she swings
swing that skirt around. Which I think Craig was saying.
And then, of course, the flamenco section,
Yeah.
which was good, but would have seen a bit more rotation of the wrists, the elbows, more nails, more drama.
Just a bit more drama. Are you all right there, love, getting your jacket back on?
I'm all right.
He is. Well, look, now we know that if we look at Susan in action here, you can see... So
yeah, you see there the skirt?
Yeah.
It should have been... She's doing a little moves. It should have been more...
Bigger movements.
Using more the elbows and
Okay.
so on.
Molly and AJ in their Charleston. Oh, she looked so gorgeous. The bird was certainly let out of the cage. But Craig just mentioned a bit of a floppy foot and whether she should flex the foot or point the foot, but she should choose one. What do you say?
Definitely. It's up to you. It's an option. The Charleston, you're allowed to do it either way.
Okay.
That's my perfect dance. So what I'm saying from their point of view is the fact that so far they've been doing so many amazing choreographies.
Yes.
And in my opinion, they've been a bit underscored so far. But I do agree totally on this dance. We do have a clip where you actually, unfortunately, see the foot.
Oh, so there, floppy foot.
And when she goes around, if you put all that tone intensity when you dance, you should go to extreme of your body, to the hands and to the feet.
All the way.
So she needs to put more effort into it.
OK, Molly will get that. Amazing lifts they did there as well. Davood, James Bond, his paso doble, Shirley praised his twist turns. What impressed you? What did you think?
I did like the twist turns, but not as much, because the footwork was there. What I would have loved, like I explained in the past, but more like a shape, more like a leaning action. If we look at the clip, it's a bit too straight.
There he goes.
For me.
OK, glorious outfit. So you're talking about his shoulder line here?
Yeah, shoulder line and stretch the side more into her, so you create a massive, bigger shape.
OK, again.
It was a bit too linear for me.
OK, next up, dance-off survivors, Debbie and Giovanni. Was their Spice Girl-inspired samba spicy enough for you, Vincent?
Well, the samba, we know, is the hardest dance for the girls, celebrities to do. We spend all our time to tell our women to say, keep your legs straight, point your toes, legs straight, legs straight. And then we come to the samba, where actually we have to do the opposite. We have to say, flex your legs, flex your legs. And you can see from the clip that, especially here in the Botafogo, she's very linear. There's tiny, tiny little bounce. But here on the Botafogos or Voltas, you can see she's doing it more.
She's getting more bounce.
But it's not an easy dance to do for you ladies.
OK, and Giovanni there, your little brother.
Exactly.
And finally, closing the show on Saturday night, Joe and Katja's salsa. Craig said it lacked fluidity and necessary rotation in the hips. What do you say?
Well, I do agree. I do agree to a certain extent. I loved what they did, the musicality and the party that they brought into my house. That was great. They made me smile. Perfect, beautiful choreography. But then again, when it comes to the basic, like we saw in that clip, it's very important.
Oh, here we go.
It's very important that for men and ladies, when you step in dancing, most of the time you either step forward or back or to the side. So in this case, you step forward into a line.
Nice.
So then with a nice foot pressure, being a Cuban dancer, they all dance down and dirty.
Down into the
floor. Like that. So it's very important to step in line. The way he was doing it, stepping sideways, obviously, or diagonally, it creates just a swing.
OK.
Instead, could you come and try with me?
As you're wearing those shoes, which are amazing.
Exactly. Give me some
jealous.
I'm taller than you. Almost.
Of course, you are, almost.
So if we start with any foot you want, when you go forward, you make sure you step in line. You make sure you step in line. You make sure, nice foot pressure. Okay.
I'm not sure about this hip action.
Step to the side.
Oh, hang on.
Step to the side. Step to the side.
And step to the side. It's like my dreams have come true. Will you come and see us again soon, please?
Anytime you want.
We adore you. Vincent Simone!
Thank you.
Love you. Right, time now to meet my next guest. Yes, there's a new Bond in town and he's licensed to dance the Paso Doble. It's Davood Gadami, and his femme fatale sidekick, Nadiya.
between you. It was strong, the attack was great.
Your hands were a little bit splayed, but a powerful performance, incredible.
I just have to commend you on your twist turn. It was extremely impressive. Great performance.
Davood and Nadiya. Wow. Nadiya just getting really excited about the way you went into that.
We were getting into it again, weren't we?
Where do we even start with this? Did you love it as much as we did, Davood?
Honestly, it was exceptional. It was so much fun. Who doesn't want to be James Bond? What guy doesn't want to be James Bond and be parachuted in and have fire? I had fire in there.
On a parachute with one hand.
I know. I thought, well, do you know what? It was a bit passo. I did half parachute, half passo hand. So I was trying to mix it all together.
See?
It's a process.
Teaching him well. You wait for the next James Bond film. That's how he'll be arriving.
Yes.
And I must say, the outfit was something else. Did it take much... Oh, look. Hello. Nadiya, you looked absolutely stunning as well. But Davood, did it take much persuasion from our very own Vicky Gill to get you in the see-through number?
I just turned up to Blackpool in that top and they went perfect.
Great, you're on.
Perfect. I didn't realise how revealing it was, actually, until I caught myself. You know, when I was in Claudia's corner in the Clauditorium. And I looked at the screen, I was like, who's that? That's me. All, like, exposed and everything. And I kind of did that thing.
Funny that. You wore it so well, I have to say. And Nadiya, a huge gear change from the sort of joy of the Charleston the week before. How happy were you with how
Very, because like he really wanted to do a passo and he got the chance to do a passo and be a James Bond and in Blackpool. So it felt like everything worked for us. And then once we did it, I was so happy. Then I watched it back and was like, he looked like a real professional dancer doing that.
That's what you want. That is what you want. I know, it's lovely watching the two of you just watch it before and you look at that bit, look at that bit. So, so good. And also your joint second highest score of the series so far. So well done to you. Well done. Do you feel now, the two of you, like you're on a bit of a roll? This is good.
It feels good. I'm just, you know what? I think it's taking the opportunity to really enjoy every dance and go out smiling and just relax on that Saturday when we do the dance. That's what you've always asked me to do. And since doing it for real, that's when I think things are starting to come together. So it's just being kind of relaxing into it, working hard in the training room and then relaxing on for the show.
But I think it's a lot and judges confirming it for him, so he knows he's going in the right direction. I think it gives him some extra confidence.
Got a great teacher. So.
You have got, she's very good. Let's not let her know. No, you're fast becoming a front runner, dare we say. I mean, this is exciting stuff, Davood.
I don't like to think about that. I don't want to jinx it in my head. I don't want to, you know, like with the socks. I forgot the socks.
Oh, I know.
I left the socks and then it got into my head. So if I start to think that I'm front running, then... But you know what? It's just we take it week by week. That's how we roll.
Yes.
So we just see what happens after this week.
Will you be wearing the socks this week? And I'm interested now because you did it without, but will they be
I think I'm going to double them up this week. I've got like layers of socks.
Quite sweaty, but brilliant. And also, the judges now are getting really down to the nitty-gritty, aren't they, as we get closer and closer to sort of the end of the competition. Does that make your job harder now?
I mean, from the beginning, we tried to do all the details, but now absolutely it's even more difficult because he's getting better and better every week. So kind of everybody is expecting more from him, and then we go into all the technique details, and especially this week is going to be a very technical one. So look at this face.
I know what to do.
Help me. Of course, we just must mention as well, your mum and dad were in the audience. Jane and Mo, they were absolutely loving it.
Dad knows when there's a camera on him.
I know he does. He's a see where you get it from.
All night just to wait for the camera. See the similarity? They had a great time and they're so supportive and they came all the way from Essex to come and support.
And did they absolutely? They must have loved it.
They adored it and they're so supportive and they loved being that little front row seat. They were so happy. And at the end of the dance, when I walk off as James Bond, I just saw my dad standing there and he couldn't wait to jump up. He couldn't contain his excitement. So yeah, just love it.
OK, waltz for you two this week. At this point in the week, are you scared, excited, a mixture of both?
Yeah, it's early on in the week and the fear is definitely there. I mean, it's a lot to take on board. You've got to kind of forget the last dance that you do and try and just kind of reset yourself. Yeah, only half forget it.
You don't completely forget it.
Not completely forget it because you might have to do it again.
Yeah.
But you know, it's picking up everything new, and you know all the technical aspects of it. And you saw my face today
and
earlier.
waltz is a very difficult dance. It's slow
It's so
waltz.
slow,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so
Yeah.
you have to control, and technique should be right, and footwork, and especially with our song, which is quite slow in the beginning, and we decided to do it like a proper waltz because I think it's we had it all. So we had him parachuting onto the dance floor. You can't
We've
do
done all the big stuff.
yeah.
It's
So
gone right
now-
down into kind of emotional. It's
Simple.
quite exposing. It's quite slow, but it's really lovely song, and I think the choreography is
Yes.
beautiful. So I want to do it
And
justice.
it's
I really
just a waltz.
Just a waltz.
Just a waltz. Just a waltz.
It's just a
It's
waltz.
easy.
It's a
Not
waltz in the
easy.
park.
Not easy.
Good luck this weekend. You are glorious. Davood and Nadiya.
Thank you.